Hi, my name is Larry Kearns, and today I'm delighted to introduce you to the TrackerSled. TrackerSleds unlock new possibilities for agrovoltaics because they are portable. Farmers can rotate TrackerSleds between adjacent fields, allowing them to continuously regenerate the soil below, drawing down carbon while growing food and generating clean energy above. Regenerative farming is the most scalable, affordable, and immediate solution to climate change, but its adoption in the U.S. has been anemic. Only 1% of U.S. farmers have transitioned their operations despite objective science and its profitability. TrackerSled is out to change that. Regenerative farming improves soil health by mimicking natural processes. Instead of tilling their soil for annual crops grown in monocultures with agrochemicals, farmers can rotate cash crops with cover crops, free of chemical inputs. TrackerSleds will coexist on the cover crop fields, where polycultures will grow to support the symbiotic biological processes between plants, fungi, and bacteria. These biological processes will draw down immense amounts of carbon into the second largest carbon sink on our planet, our soil. As the soil regenerates, rainwater will infiltrate instead of running off, and the nutrient density of the food grown will return to what it was before industrial farming. Of the top 20 climate change solutions identified by drawdown.org, 8 involve the food system. Although wind turbines and solar farms are top 10 solutions, renewable energy can only slow climate change. It can't reverse it like photosynthesis can. TrackerSleds are pre-engineered plug-and-play units that link together to create solar farms in weeks instead of months for just $2 a watt. They generate energy with a pair of single-axis solar trackers mounted over ballasted skis, which obviate costly surveys, engineering, geotechnical investigation, and pile driving. Each TrackerSled is 50 feet or 15 meters long and 25 feet or 7.5 meters wide. Unballasted, it weighs just over 5,000 pounds or 2,200 kilograms, so that an average row crop tractor can easily tow it. With its 28 solar modules, it can produce up to 11.2 kilowatts of energy. TrackerSleds allow any owner to develop solar farms without specialized skill and knowledge. Crews can assemble TrackerSleds on site from 16 prefabricated pieces, saving enormous amounts of time. Crews can cover a 12-acre field with TrackerSleds in 2 weeks to create a 3.1 megawatt solar farm. I developed TrackerSleds for the rural electric co-ops that distribute electricity to 56% of the United States footprint, predominantly in agricultural areas. Although I've only mentioned crop farming to this point, ranchers can use TrackerSleds too to define paddocks where livestock can mob graze on cover crop forage. Most crop farmers, already prone to weather uncertainty, operate on tight margins and hyper-competitive markets. Consequently, they're reluctant to risk their livelihoods to experiment with practices that don't depend on traditional methods and proven agrochemicals. With leases from co-ops providing 9 times their average profit per acre, even the most ardent conventional farmer will try dual-use farming with TrackerSleds. After 3 years, those farmers will discover the advantages of chasing profit over yields with lower fuel costs, lower labor costs, and lower input costs. Those farmers will then scale regenerative practices to the rest of their farm, and then they'll talk to other farmers. In the next 2 decades, national aggregators will force rural electric co-ops to juggle thousands of behind-the-meter solar farms on repurposed farmland in their communities. Alternatively, the co-ops can develop front-of-the-meter TrackerSled farms themselves to lower electric bills, create jobs, and watch their farmers financially flourish as they draw down carbon. And when the cost of batteries fall, co-ops can ballast TrackerSleds with storage to time shift the dispatch of their power. In steps of reward reflecting risk, TrackerSled investors will receive returns exceeding 25% for licensing wind-engineered modular designs to regional fabricators. Those fabricators will realize market rate profits for building tracker sleds on farms, agreeing to assurance contracts issued by rural co-ops. These not-for-profit co-op customers will flip the switch on carbon, benefiting people, the planet, and profit. TrackerSled is our answer to climate change.